Now, as we move along to the literature review section of this presentation, I'll be highlighting three different articles, and each one will have a different video, so it'll be easy for you guys to follow along. The first one is Collegiate Athletes' Perception of the Coaching Profession. And this, I felt like this was important, and it's a connection with the research I was doing because for the reason, simply for a reason why I got into this to do this presentation and to do this whole capstone. As a former college collegiate athlete, I when I was playing, I always thought about coaching, and I thought, kind of like wanted to get into it, didn't know much about it, and so when it comes to this paper, I think that it's also important to highlight that and kind of the research has been done on that in that area. So essential research questions for this article: as collegiate athletes, do you have any intention of coaching after their playing career ended? And the results on this one were that it was more prevalent for males than the female athletes to want to go into coaching after. And then when it's time to what are some of the reasons they would want to enter this profession, the main one was because of what they received when they were athletes. They wanted to go give that back to other athletes. And it was important to note that a lot of these athletes were not thinking of collegiate coaching. They were actually referring to the lower, like different levels, high school, things like that, that they were trying to get into. I think this was the most important question reason why I was, very happy to see when it came to did they perceive barriers that might hold them back, and these barriers were race, and they covered that, and a lot of the white males that took this study felt that there is some advantages in race when it comes to getting into college coaching, whereas the minorities didn't actually know or perceive that there was barriers as far as race. And I think that's important to kind of sit on that and kind of think about that as well. As an athlete in college, if you're not educated on this stuff, you will not think about it. You will not even kind of think about coaching or what going to go into it until you go into coaching. So I think that is important to kind of think about that point as well. And then for participants for the study, they surveyed a total of 201 athletes, 100 males, 101 females, 119 white males, 81 minority, and then one race unknown.